Let's get started. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will undertake a 40-hour meditation at the Vivekananda Rock Memorial in Tamil Nadu's Kanniyakumari today. The Prime Minister begins his meditation at the Dhyan Mandapam. This is the same spot where Swami Vivekananda meditated in 1892. The Rock Memorial Monument was built to pay tribute to the Hindu philosopher-saint. The visit, though personal, and comes at the end of a hectic campaigning by the Prime Minister for the Lok Sabha elections. So though this visit is personal, it has turned controversial as this will continue on the no campaign day, which is tomorrow, as well as polling day on Saturday. And the CPM in Tamil Nadu has asked the Election Commission to ban the media from broadcasting images of the Prime Minister. Well, to talk more about this, about the Prime Minister's visit, let's go across to Sam Daniel, who joins us from Kanniyakumari, and Maria Shakil joins us from Varanasi. And Sam, first you tell us what is happening, what are you hearing, where is the Prime Minister, when does he begin his meditation?
No official information, but the understanding is, Gargi, that he would have begun his meditation, which would continue for 40 hours till post-noon on Saturday, the day when the country would also see the last phase of elections. Also, some reliable sources say he would be consuming only liquid food. That much we can confirm. The lights have been turned off behind me, but otherwise it's a beautiful, fully lit, iconic structure which stands next to the other iconic statue of Thiruvalluvar. And it's also important for another reason. This is also the confluence of three oceans, the Indian Ocean, the Bay of Bengal, and the Arabian Sea. And the BJP leaders say the Prime Minister's meditation is also about bringing about a larger unity across the country. But certainly this is also raising a controversy because the opposition, particularly the CPM from Tamil Nadu, says this violates the model code of conduct in spirit because this will be touching the last day of campaign, also the no campaign day, and then the last phase of polling day. And they believe this could be a tacit way of influencing voters. This violates the MCC spirit and also defeats the purpose of no campaign day and the level playing field the Election Commission has set through its norms. So far, the Election Commission has not responded. One would expect they would have responded soon, but so far, at least no response. But the BJP denies his allegation, saying Modi is coming in his personal capacity and he's not seeking votes, and in that sense, technically, he's not violating any of the model code of conduct. But the opposition says he could be tacitly influencing voters, and this, in a way, doesn't augur well for the Prime Minister's office. He could have waited for at least 2 more days for the election process to be completely over so that nobody would raise this kind of criticism. And lastly, in the context of Tamil Nadu, where the BJP has an extra interest to break new ground, to expand its footprint, many say this is also an attempt to woo voters, having in mind not just these Lok Sabha elections, but also the 2026 Assembly elections, where the BJP plans to play a larger role, hoping to expand its footprint. Gargi.
That's right, Sam. Thanks so much for joining us. With that, and yes, with the polling in Kolkata as well, that is somewhere where it's expected. You know, Swami Vivekananda is considered, regarded so highly over there. But Maria, this brings us to the end of this grueling schedule, one that you've been, traveling across the country as well. The Prime Minister, in fact, broke his 2019 record, and he held 206 rallies, so a much-deserved rest and a period of meditation for the Prime Minister at the end of this massive campaign that he held across the length and breadth of the country. Right, Maria, if you can hear me. Maria, they're joining us from Varanasi. It's very loud over there. But Maria, as you were saying, it's the end of a grueling campaign for the Prime Minister. He held 206 rallies. Now, finally, he gets to rest in Kanniyakumari.
Yes, that's right. And Gargi, it's high on symbolism. I'm coming to you live from Kashi, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Kanniyakumari. Kashi is the oldest living city of the world. Yes. Yes, if you can hear me, Gargi, and if the viewers can hear me, the point that I'm trying to make is that this visit of the Prime Minister one which is very, very high on symbolism. The Prime Minister is a representative of Kashi, which is the oldest living city from where I am reporting, and he is sitting on meditation in Kanniyakumari. It's a message of national unity, and it's also a message of how the BJP, through the entire campaign, which stretched for over 2.5 months, the message clearly was that it is not about North versus South at all. For Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who started his campaign, and on day 1 of 2024, he was in Tamil Nadu, and at a time when the entire campaign has come to an end, at 5 p.m. today, this high-octane battle for 2024 has come to an end. Now it is about polling in these 57 constituencies, which includes Kashi, Prime Minister's constituency as well, on 1st, and then, of course, the results on 4th. But I think with this visit, the BJP is sending a message that this is about a pan-India approach that the Prime Minister has had in this entire campaign. You can talk about the politics of it. The criticism which is coming from the opposition parties is on expected lines. Prime Minister will get all the attention as he sits on meditation in Kanniyakumari. In fact, the first set of visuals have come in as well, which is of the moment he arrived at the Memorial Rock for the meditation. But I think the BJP and the party and the government here is sending a message that here is the Prime Minister who is on the cusp of history, and before he begins that, if the numbers actually favor the party on 4th, then he has actually undertaken that special spiritual connect.
All right. Thanks so much, Maria Shakil. They're reporting from Varanasi. Well, the other big story is about the weather and the monsoon. Much to celebrate when it comes to the monsoon, and the monsoon has set in over Kerala and the northeast earlier than was forecast. The southwest monsoon has set in over Kerala today. That's 2 days ahead of its forecast onset. The India Meteorological Department had earlier said it would come by the 1st of June, and monsoon in Kerala usually sets in around the beginning of June, then progressing northwards and in surges, and then covers the entire country around the 15th of July. NDTV's Himanshu spoke with the IMD DG on the monsoon.
The southwest monsoon has hit the Kerala coast. As you can see in these latest INSAT-CD satellite images, there is a thick cloud patch here near the Kerala coast, and this has also reached parts of Tamil Nadu. And there is another thick patch of cloud here near the northeastern region of the country, where many states are also now experiencing monsoon rainfall. To talk more, I have with me the Director General of Indian Meteorological Department, Dr. M. Mahapatra. What is the status now? How many parts of Kerala and Tamil Nadu has the monsoon reached now?
As of today, southwest monsoon has set in over Kerala. It has covered most parts of Kerala, some parts of Tamil Nadu, and also most parts of northeastern states. It has covered entire Mizoram, Nagaland, Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, and most parts of Tripura, Meghalaya, and Assam. Right. If you look at northern limit up to which monsoon is covered, it passes through Kannur, then comes to Coimbatore, then Kanniyakumari, then line goes through Bay of Bengal, then Agartala, then Dhubri, and then goes towards the Nepal. Right.
Many parts of the country have been reeling under heat waves, especially parts of Maharashtra, where there are even reports of drought now in some areas. How soon do we expect now? Because this year the monsoon has come 2 days in advance. Normally the onset date is 1st June. How soon can we expect the monsoon to reach parts of Maharashtra, which are now reeling with heat waves?
Around 8 June, monsoon touches upon Mumbai. And this year, 2 days early, monsoon has set in over Kerala, as per our prediction also. And if we look at the weather pattern, the monsoonal features, I will say it is in very good condition for its continuance of this spell. Therefore, we can expect the advance of monsoon during next 2 to 3 days to remaining parts of Kerala, some more parts of Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and in some more parts in the eastern India. So therefore, in Maharashtra also, some parts of Maharashtra can be covered during next 4 to 5 days.
This is important. So what you're saying that by next week, we can expect monsoon to reach parts of Maharashtra?
Yes, by next week we can expect monsoon to reach in parts of Maharashtra.
Parts of Maharashtra. And what is this now? Because for the agrarian economy, this is the most important weather phenomena. But you expect the normal movement of the monsoon as it has been the convention?
Monsoon sometimes travels in one go, but that is very rare. Otherwise, monsoon covers entire country in 2 to 3 stages. There could be in between some lull, and afterwards it will again pick up. And normally by July 7 it covers the entire country. So this year we can provide the forecast only up to 7 days. As you told, by next week we are expecting that it will reach to southern parts of Maharashtra and many parts of South India. So then we will be monitoring it and we will be giving the update on daily basis. So as it has been slightly earlier, you can expect that it is good news for advance of the monsoon.
Now, Manipur's capital, Imphal, witnessed its worst flooding in recent times that affected thousands of people as the northeast continues to reel under the effects of cyclonic storms, which wreaked havoc in the region a day earlier. Both the Imphal and Nambul rivers, which flow through the greater Imphal area, breached their banks in multiple parts, and now the monsoon too has hit the northeast. So the Manipur governor has declared a holiday till the 31st of May. And now if we talk about the heat wave, a record heat wave engulfed capital Delhi, areas in the country's northwestern and central regions with temperatures near all-time highs throughout this week so far. But a day after the sweltering heat wave led to Delhi recording its maximum temperature of over 50 degrees Celsius, though that is contested. Now the India Meteorological Department has said that weather conditions are likely to improve going forward from today. But before that, Delhi's heat wave also claimed its first victim, a 40-year-old man from Bihar's Darbhanga who died of a heat stroke in the Ram Manohar Lohia hospital. And amidst this sweltering heat emerges this video that's gone viral. It's a sweet story from UP's Bulandshahr where a policeman found a lifeless monkey who had fallen from a tree in the premises of the police station during the heat wave, and he revived him through a type of CPR where he's pressing the chest, and also used some water, and the monkey finally reviving there, and this video has now gone viral.
लगा पानी डाला गुरु ये भाई और याद ले और देर में लगाओ छोड़ दो आपको दिन पर जाके साइड में छोड़ दो.
Now, staying with news of the heat wave, the Rajasthan High Court today directed the state government to provide compensation to dependents of people who died due to the heat, and said there was a need to declare heat waves and cold waves as national calamities. Now, remember, there has been a spike in deaths in Rajasthan during the recent heat wave. In fact, 22 bodies were also recovered in Kota, and they were given over to an NGO to do the final rites. But so far, if we talk officially, only 4 deaths have been classified as heat wave deaths, but now the High Court asking for compensation to be given to the families of those who have died. News now from Karnataka, and the special investigating team probing the case of multiple rapes and other crimes against Hassan's JDS MP Prajwal Revana is bracing for his return tonight. Revana is believed to be on the flight from Munich that is expected to land around midnight. Authorities are hoping to arrest him as soon as he clears immigration at the Bengaluru airport tonight. Meanwhile, women's groups and NGOs held protests in Hassan against the MP.
A boarding pass bearing the name of Hassan JDS MP Prajwal Revana on a Lufthansa Airlines flight from Munich to Bengaluru has bolstered preparations by police officials to arrest him as soon as he lands. The flight is scheduled to land around midnight, and Prajwal, who faces multiple rape cases amongst other crimes, will be arrested as soon as he clears immigration, according to officials.
ಅವರೇ ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ, ನಾವೇ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಾನು 31ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು 10 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ SIT ಮುಂದೆ ಅಪಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅವರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನನಗೂ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಈಗಿನ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸು ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಮುಂದುವರಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಪಾಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆಮೇಲಿಂದ ಇಂಟರ್ಪೋಲ್ನವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ತಿರ್ಗಾ ನಾವು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಥ್ರೂ CBI ನಾವು ನೇರವಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಥ್ರೂ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಏಜೆನ್ಸೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
The moment Prajwal Revanna lands in Bengaluru's Kempegowda International Airport, he will be stopped at the immigration. Immigration officials will check his documents based on the notices and the warrant issued against Prajwal Revanna. The immigration officials will hand him over to the local police. The local police will verify the documents and hand him over to the SIT. May 31st is significant as it not only throws the focus on Prajwal Revanna's interrogation, his anticipatory bail hearing has also been posted for the same day. Meanwhile, Prajwal Revanna's mother is also awaiting the verdict of her anticipatory bail hearing scheduled for Friday. Senior Revanna too has been trying to quash the cases registered against him, while the SIT has challenged his bail at the Karnataka High Court.
With 3 cases of rape registered against Prajwal Revanna, a lot of action is expected with the investigation as well as the legal procedure. While the JDS MP is heavily banking on the bail petition, the SIT is hoping to tighten the noose around him. With camera persons Kumar and Govind, Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru for NDTV.
Now, an exclusive report from Hyderabad, where a major interstate child trafficking racket is suspected to have bought and sold at least 50 children, was busted. 13 babies less than 3 years old were rescued and shifted to government-run homes. Now, the families that adopted them illegally are in trauma, and so presumably are the young ones. The scam, though, once again highlighting the tough challenges in legal adoption that allow such commodification of babies to thrive.
A mother unable to come to terms with separation from the baby she did not give birth to but has loved as her own for the last 15 months. These were the heartbreaking scenes at Rachakonda Police Commissionerate in Greater Hyderabad, where 13 babies, the youngest just 23 days and the others under 3 years, were handed over to the Child Welfare Committee. They had been bought from Delhi and Pune, reportedly from poor parents, brought via Vijayawada and Guntur to this RMP doctor Shobha Rani in Hyderabad, who was selling them for about 5 lakh rupees each.
मेल बेबी వచ్చేసి 6 lakhs అని फीमेल बेबी వచ్చేసి 4 lakhs అని
एंड कपल्स जो है जिनको बच्चों की जरूरत है, जो कि उनको अडॉप्शन का कानूनी कार्रवाई करना नहीं चाहते क्योंकि वो थोड़ी लंबी है और उसमें थोड़ा समय लगता है, तो उसको अवॉइड करके जल्दी बच्चों को अडॉप्ट करने की कोशिश करने के लिए वो लोग पैसे खर्चने के लिए रेडी हैं। तो एंड यूजर जो है या एंड कपल्स जो प्रोक्योर कर रहे हैं वो लोग 4 से 5 लाख इन बच्चों को लेने के लिए दे रहे थे। तो हर एक लेयर पर जो लोग हैं, जो एक्यूज लोग हैं, वो लोग इसमें प्रॉफिट मेकिंग एक्टिविटी की तरह इसको चला रहे थे।
The authorities are trying to trace out the biological parents of the babies to find out if they were abandoned, sold or were stolen. If the family is found unfit, they will be put up for adoption.
We need to give some time to the police also to trace out the original biological parents. And I also feel the pain the parents are undergoing, the adopted parents. But we do have an act that we need to follow that.
For my sister, I took that baby. We all together went to the hospital and we took the baby. And she doesn't reveal the details of the parents. We took like that. After 15 months, this is the position. Our demand is only we need that kit. If actual parents are not there to that kit, we are looking for that kit.
The families that took the babies illegally by paying lakhs of rupees are unlikely to get any priority in legal adoption.
The average waiting time for a family waiting to adopt a baby is about 3 years. It could even take up to 5 years. The Supreme Court has recently asked the childcare institutions to review the case of each child waiting to be adopted and even simplify the procedure so that a child can move out of the institution to the loving care of the family at the earliest. In Hyderabad with camera person Nagaraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
All right, a really heartbreaking story there. Now, a day before Punjab polls, the RBI has put out a statement on MSP, the minimum support price for both Kharif and Rabi seasons. This year ensured a minimum return of 50% over the cost of production for all crops is what the RBI's annual report released today said. The outlook for the Indian economy in 2024-25 is brightening. Also, the economy expanded at a robust pace in 2023-24. So that report coming out just ahead of the Punjab elections. Now, some tragic news are coming in from Jammu and Kashmir, where at least 22 people have died, while more than 70 others were left injured after a bus rolled down a deep gorge on the Jammu-Poonch highway in the Akhnur area. Soon after the incident, a rescue operation was also launched. This bus had come from UP, is what we're told. Let's go across to Nazir now for more. Nazir, what is the latest that you can share with us? Very, very tragic. Most of these travelers were pilgrims, and so many of them have died.
Yeah, exactly. So far, officially 22 have died, 60 others are injured. This only explains somewhere something is happening horribly wrong. This bus was overcrowded beyond capacity. More than 80 people were on board. Who has allowed this? Second such incident in last 5-6 months, earlier 18 in November last year. 39 people were killed in Doda and about 20 were injured and near 60 people were in that bus. And today, more than 80 people in one bus and that fell into a gorge. 22 people have been killed. They are injured, several injured whose condition is stated to be critical. They have been shifted to various hospitals. First, it happened at a place called Akhnur on Jammu Poonch Road. This bus was on way to Shiv Khori Cave Temple, where these people mainly from Hathras in UP, they were traveling in the bus, and this bus met with this tragic accident. And clearly, there's somewhere responsibility needs to be fixed. Who allowed buses to be overcrowded like this? One bus carrying more than 80 passengers. They too had two pilgrims, devotees who had come from UP. Some are said to be from the Rajasthan, but no confirmation yet. But the fact is that perhaps no lessons have been learned after last year's, November month's tragic accident in Doda, in which 39 people were killed and about 20 were injured. That time, some initial measures were taken, but this time you can imagine a bus carrying more than 80 people. It met with an accident, 22 people have died. As I said, condition of some of the injured is stated to be very critical. Death toll, hopefully it doesn't go up, but it is, apprehension it may go up. And government has actually announced the ex gratia of ₹5 lakh. That is from the governor administration, and prime minister has also condoled the death of these people and announced the ex gratia of ₹2 lakh for the kin of the victims in this bus accident.
All right, and always these questions are raised once, after the accident has taken place. But as Nazir is telling us, it wasn't 50 passengers, as we're saying, in the supers there, it's actually 80 passengers who are said to have been on that bus. 22 of them have died. Now, following the successful suborbital test flight of the Agniban rocket, Prime Minister Modi today congratulated the Chennai-based space startup Agnikul Cosmos, saying it is a momentous occasion for India's space sector. He posted pictures of the launch of the Agniban rocket on social networking site X and wrote a remarkable feat which will make the entire nation proud. The successful launch of the Agniban rocket, powered by the world's first single-piece 3D printed semi-cryogenic engine, is a momentous occasion for India's space sector and a testament to the remarkable ingenuity of our Yuva Shakti.
Now completed for MCC to confirming engine for 2, 1, 0.
And while earlier we showed you pictures of devastation in Manipur caused by the flooding, but now an image of hope amidst the devastation. And Assam Rifles rescued a 1-month-old baby as well as his mother. And this story emerging amidst all the despair, all the devastation caused by the floods in Manipur. But there you can see the child was rescued, and it's floating along in that large dish there. The mother too was rescued by the Assam Rifles.